When Bonzo Reagan repealed corporate average fuel economy standards and gutted the Environmental Protection Agency, the SUV became the official vehicle of mourning in America. Today, oil in the waters and blood on the beaches are the smoking guns of this deregulatory folly. Since the Deepwater Horizon exploded on April 20, more than 1 million gallons of crude oil have spilled daily into the Gulf of Mexico. About 10 minutes after the accident, it became apparent that not only did BP not have a Plan B, they had been cutting corners on Plan A. The Mineral Management Service, supposedly the industry watchdog, was instead its fat lapdog. The system cared more for the rights of corporate criminals to profit than for the rights of citizens to work safely or to live in an environment that had not been raped for profit. Contracting out the regulation of industry to industry itself was never much of a plan. BP's internal correspondence shows typical industry disdain for guidelines. So governments need to get back into the business of making and enforcing regulations. In retrospect, I think everybody would have preferred some red tape around the Deepwater Horizon rather than the orange plastic booms around burning slicks of oil. Now, vast underwater crude plumes drift across the Gulf. The marshlands and hatcheries of a rich U.S. fishery are poisoned with raw petroleum. 200 times the safe levels of hydrogen sulfide and benzene choke the air. Gulf Coast tourism is on life support. In 1979, Ixtoc, another Transocean built well, blew up and burned in the Gulf. Top Kill, Top Hat, Junk Shot, and all the other shit was tried then too. It didn't work 31 years ago in 200 feet of water, so it wasn't likely to work today in 5,000 feet of water. The Ixtoc well spewed oil for 9 months until the relief wells cut off the pressure. The Deepwater Horizon blowout revealed the impotence of government in dealing with criminal corporations. The U.S. government isn't yet weak enough to drown in a bathtub, but it's floundering badly in the Gulf. 10 workers will not get their lives back. Several regional economies are ruined, and one ecosystem is fatally poisoned. So what can the world's most powerful elected leader do? Threaten a fine for littering. Obama's Oval Office address just didn't cut it. Jimmy Carter did it better in 1979. And when America's hope makes Jimmy Carter look like a comparative hard-ass, you've got problems. Since the DEA already lost the war on drugs, maybe Obama could show some real leadership by transferring DEA resources to the EPA. After all, when corporations kill people, ecosystems, and economies, what the people really want to see is armed EPA agents swooping down in helicopters, perp-walking pushers to jail, and confiscating cartel assets as the proceeds of crime. At the Ivy School of Business, I'm Humberto da Silva, and not Rex Murphy.